Welcome to episode 98 of Fierce Metal. What's up, my Fierce Metal friends? So today I'm going to bring you 1986 albums turning 40, the Unholy 7 Part 2. Last year I did a Part 1 on 1985 albums turning 40, so check that video out. So we already had Metallica, Master Puppets that just turned 40 years old on March 3rd. We have Slayer, Rain in Blood turning 40 this year. We have Anthrax, and the Living turning 40 this year. And we have Megadeth, Peace Sells, Who's Buying turning 40 this year. But I'm going to bring you 7 albums that were a big part of my extreme metal journey back in the 80s. You know, most of these bands weren't really known back then, and now, for the most part, they are. First band I want to talk about is Whiplash with their debut album, Power and Pain. This came on the 7th of February on Roadrunner Records. 9 tracks, 34 minutes. Guys are a 3-piece thrash metal band from New Jersey. Oddly enough, all 3 members are named Tony. His East Coast attitude with this raw, high-speed intensity, killer groovy riffs, and very impressive technicality for a 3-piece lineup. So before I continue with the next 6 albums, I want to ask you guys to please watch the video to the very end. It really does help me out in the algorithm. And today I have something very special that I want to show you. So please stick around to the end. All right, next up, we're going to talk about Sepultura with their debut album, Morbid Visions. This one on the 10th of November on Cogamelo Records. 8 tracks, 33 minutes. Guys are a thrash metal band from Brazil. Now, this is one of those albums that back then really started pushing the boundaries. Death metal, the term, really wasn't thrown around a whole lot back then. But despite the really poor production on this album, you can definitely hear some of that early death metal sound. All right, next up, we're going to talk about Destruction with their second full-length album, Eternal Devastation. It's coming on the 12th of July on Steamhammer Records. 7 tracks, 35 minutes. Guys are a 3-piece thrash metal band from Germany. Now, this is a cornerstone of Teutonic thrash metal. It's technical, it's dark, it's evil. It's got these raw riffs and these ripping solos. But the biggest problem with this album is its very thin production. There's literally no bottom end, and it's very treble heavy. Next up, we have Sacrifice with their debut album, Torment and Fire. This on the 25th of January on Diabolic Force Records. 12 tracks, 36 minutes. Guys are a thrash metal band from Canada. Now, this is just violent, raw, high speed in its purest form, demonic, primitive vocals. It's very chaotic. It just oozes evil. Now, again, the production is very unpolished, but for me, that's what makes it kind of strangely addicting.
Darkness surrounds you, there is no escape. Your mind is full of hate. By the force of evil, you are my slave. Die at your price.
Next up, we have Possessed with their second full-length album, Beyond the Gates. It's coming out on the 31st of October on Combat Records. 11 tracks, 37 minutes. These guys are a death metal band from California. Now, this album for me is a step back from Seven Churches. They moved away from that pure chaos of what I will always call the birth of death metal. I will argue that point till the day I die. Possessed Seven Churches is the true birth of death metal. But for some reason, they choose more of a technical thrash style that's always bothered me on this album. And the production, honestly, is what ruined it for me. It's cold, it's clinical, and it robbed them what made them so special and unique in 1985. Now, 40 years later, I do listen to this album a little bit more of an open mind, and there is a lot to enjoy here.
The prophecies that I will
So this next album is going to be a little bit of a hot take because I'm going to compare it to an album that is very renowned for being one of the best thrash metal albums ever, and I couldn't disagree more. I'm going to talk about Dark Angel and their second full-length album, Darkness Descends. It's on the 17th of November on Combat Records. 7 tracks, 35 minutes. Now, these guys are a thrash metal band from down in California. This is just hyper-aggressive masterpiece that pushes the boundaries and blurs those lines between thrash metal and death metal. Now, this is the hot take. For me, this album rivals Rain and Blood, and in my opinion, it surpasses it. You have legendary Gene Hoglan's blistering technical drumming that's just as impressive as what Dave Lombardo does, if not even more. This album is just pulverizing force with this raw, brutal atmosphere. All right, last on the list today, and certainly not least, we have Creator with their second studio album, Pleasure to Kill. It's coming on November 1st on Noise Records. 9 tracks, 38 minutes. Guys are a thrash metal band from Germany. Now, for me, this is the pinnacle of this list. The speed and the veracity is literally unmatched by anything at this time. These guys captured lightning in a bottle. Creator never, and I mean never, put on an album even close to this, even to this day. You know, to call this album just a thrash metal album would just give it injustice. You know, we got these bloodthirsty vocals, these pummeling high-speed drums, chaotic solos, and some of the heaviest guitar riffs ever written at that time.
I don't get black from your open body. It's not what I want to see. Tasting the black from your lips as you die means satisfaction to me. Passion to kill.
So, you decided to stick around to the end of the video. I got a special surprise for you guys. I still own 5 of the original albums that are on this list. Like I've said many times before, I'm almost 58 years old. I lived these albums. They were a big part of my teenage years. First, we got Possessed with Beyond the Gates. Once again, original 1986 copies that I bought when I was a teenager. All right, next up we have the hot take of the video probably. Dark Angel, Darkness Descends. I don't care what anybody says, this thing rivals and surpasses Rain and Blood. We have Sacrifice, Torment, and Fire, the bloodthirsty beast that it is. We have, next up, we have Destruction with Eternal Devastation. Badass band from Germany, a 3-piece. And then the pinnacle of the list I was talking about earlier, we have what I consider probably a 10 out of 10, especially for that day, Creator of Pleasure to Kill. So I'm glad I got to share this with you guys. It was a lot of fun, reminiscing, feel like a teenager when I listen to these albums still. That's why I love this kind of music. I want to thank everyone for watching. Please like and subscribe. Hit the thumbs up. You guys really know how much I appreciate your support. So until next time, keep it furious.